So you just watched episode 6 of Lovecraft Country, and you desperately need to talk about this one, from the spoilers to the spoiler-free parts of this episode. Well, don't worry, you are in the right place. Welcome to JBuck Studios, your home for reviews, reactions, and ridiculousness, and I am fresh, done watching episode 6. I literally just watched it right before this, and I am so excited to talk about this episode 6 of Lovecraft Country. We are halfway through this season, and my god, this episode is fantastic. But before I get into my spoiler-free and then spoiler thoughts on this episode, let me know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments down below. What really worked for you? What didn't work? What kind of theories do you have for the next, 4 or 5 episodes in this first season of Lovecraft Country? I would love to hear them in the comments down below. But for spoiler-free portions of this, episode, I guess, I thoroughly enjoyed this one. This was a cute episode because it brings in Gia, the woman that was on the phone at the end of last episode, and then also previously she kind of showed up a little bit in kind of a vision and whatnot. And this episode was almost lighthearted, but very gruesome as well. It towed that line of being almost like this twisted Disney princess type story, but also being heartwarming as well. I mean, it dives into almost this love, kind of romance, drama type episode, which we haven't gotten before. It's almost this dream, this vision, this love for movies that this Gia character has, along with her relationship with Atticus, and almost, like I said, this romance type episode. So it's very much different from everything else. Again, almost a standalone with a little bit of threads here or there that connect everything else. But this was a wonderful episode. I absolutely loved this one, especially Jamie Chung. I believe that's who portrayed Gia. She is wonderful. I thought that she was fantastic, and it's very much almost like this foreign film type angle. But now getting into the spoilers of this episode. So this episode, episode 6, is called Meet Me in Daegu, I believe. And it opens up with Gia, the character that was on the phone of the previous episode, episode 5, with Atticus, where she was saying, you shouldn't have gone home, you're going to die, all of this stuff. And the episode starts off with kind of like this musical number, and it feels very lighthearted with this Gia character and kind of showing her aspirations or her dreams, what she wants her life to be, because then it instantly flashes from the musical to kind of the sadness behind the eyes. And I thought that instantly it built this character that was intriguing, that was very much conflicted, because she's almost this outcast type character looking for kind of a husband, a boyfriend and whatnot, and has this kind of rough relationship with her mother. And then she goes out to dating, of kind of speed dating and a bar and whatnot, and you find out that she isn't really desirable. She isn't the person that a lot of people are really going for. So it's kind of these one night stands at a bar. Brings a dude back, very sexual, nude scene, sex scene, very much R-rated, which, maybe trigger warning for you. But my god, this next scene is, you find out that Gia is not exactly who she says she is. She is actually a Kimaho, I believe. That's what we're calling it, or that's what it was called. And essentially, it's this Lovecraftian, or not even Lovecraftian, it's a Korean creature in folklore that has 9 tails, very much like a fox type character. If you are Pokemon fans out there, 9 tails is what this creature is. And Gia is possessed essentially by one of these folklore characters and is just ripping these people apart. Like, tails come out of her literal behind and her eyeballs and through her nose and ears and rips this guy a new one. Literally, it looks like it was going up his butt. Like, literally tentacle porn in this episode. So caution, unless you're really into that, cool, rewind it, watch that scene again. So you find out that this character, that Atticus, which we'll get into later, is very much in love with, is no longer actually a human, but possessed by this creature, this 9 tails fox creature, whom had a curse put on her by essentially a Korean shaman, the equivalent of that. And my god, she's supposed to get 100 souls. It very much feels like a video game curse. Like I said, a twisted Disney Channel, or not Disney Channel, but Disney princess story of her and her mother, and she's forced to kill all of these people to get the soul quota to no longer be this creature, essentially, and the mother can get her daughter back. So my god, just that portion of this episode was so intriguing and so out of nowhere. I literally was like, what is happening, when the things came out of her and ripped this guy apart and killed all these other people. But then you find out that she is very much dealing with war at that time, America over there in the Korean War and whatnot, and communism, like, America and communism, and very much it being a bad thing. And America is seen as, or the American soldiers are seen as a bad thing, or potentially evil in this, part of the world and at this time, and especially from the point of view of Koreans over there. But then you find out through a series of events, Atticus is very much following orders, but he is perceived as this evil man, but then winds up in the same hospital where Gia is working, and she is very much convinced, committed to making sure that Atticus is the 100th soul, to meet the quota, to kill him, to no longer be this cursed animal, essentially. But you find out that they very much share a love for many things. He's using books to essentially escape from things. She is using movies and a dark theater to escape from life, which I very much related to and whatnot. Like, I when they mentioned that she was going to a movie theater to escape life, to escape reality, I connected so much. So this episode is probably my favorite right now. But you find out that they very much have this relationship, and you find out that they kind of love each other, and this creature, this Nine Tails type creature, isn't supposed to be able to love, to feel anything like that. So now it's kind of this moral conundrum in Gia to either kill someone else, break the curse and become who she normally is, or start living the life now that she kind of is becoming more human in this weird roundabout way. And Atticus is, honestly lovely, like, to her. It's, like I said, almost this romance type episode, because you find out that Atticus is a virgin. She takes his virginity. They love each other. They're having a great time until the very end of the episode, where they're going at it one more time. Again, very sexually charged from her point of view, from Atticus' point of view. And she lets go a little bit, and the tails come out and suck onto the eyeballs of Atticus and throw him across the room. But we get a few flashbacks, because again, from previously in the episode, the tendrils and whatnot, you get all of the memories from the souls that this Kimaho or Nine Tails creature is essentially killing these people. You got all of the memories, or she got all of the memories, and didn't kill Atticus, but was able to get memories from previous life and then also future life, because you see him with Letty and him in bed with someone, but then him being strapped down to something that honestly resembled, and just kind of the coloring and whatnot, it looks like he's gonna die, because that's why she's freaking out. But I think that the sons of Adam, or potentially Titus, or someone else is going to come back and use Atticus and his powers and whatnot in a unique way. I don't know. I think that there's something with time. I think time is going to be an element in the next future episodes. Either Uncle George coming back, the previous people in episode 2 from the Sons of Adam, but it does look like Atticus is very much going to get into trouble, and very much at the end of this episode, when the mother, the daughter, go and visit the shaman essentially says that, oh, you saw this future, you saw these, scenes in the future, like, what does it mean? And essentially, there's going to be more death. There's going to be destruction. You're going to see a lot more bloodshed, essentially, before you get to a solution, I guess. And my God, I am so excited, because this episode dives directly into that Gia character. We find out what she's all about, what her backstory is, and how she might be playing into future episodes. And I would love to see more of Jamie Chung in this series, because I thought she was absolutely delightful, but also just, she can flip at the switch of a hat just like that. So my God, this episode, I thoroughly enjoyed this. This had gruesome, this had cuteness, this had that lovey-dovey that I absolutely ate up. So that is episode 6 of Lovecraft Country. I think we're going to get more of her, plus we got those inklings that Atticus is going to get in trouble in the next 4 or 5 episodes. Other than that, not really anything was really implemented about what was really shown in episode 5. Like, this is kind of a standalone with a few threads that connect. But what did you guys think of this episode 6? What things did I miss? What things did you pick up? What theories do you have with Gia and how this is going to tie in with the rest of this season? I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways, though, as always, thank you so much for watching. Watch some more videos up there, or right over there, brand new content every single week here on the JBuck Studios channel. I just did an ending explained poorly for the new film Antebellum. Be sure to check that out over there. Otherwise, follow all of my social media to stay up to date on everything on this channel. Like this video, subscribe to the JBuck Studios channel, and until next time, we'll see you later.